morning and welcome to Love Every Moment, coming to you today from Wolfboro, Vermont. Today's verse is Romans 12:13. Contributing to the needs of the saints, practicing hospitality. Well, here are two more ways that Christians should show love within the body to make sure the body is healthy and everybody is on the same page, loving God as brothers and sisters, loving our combined Father, if you will. So first of all, contributing to the needs of the saints. Yes, Christians should be tithing. Now, it shouldn't be forced, and it doesn't really say exactly how much to give. 10% is a guide, but not a mandate. But there are some lessons that we could learn from other denominations and even non-Christian denominations. Here is an example. In the Mormon Church, tithing is somewhat forced. That is, you are expected to tithe if you want to have any access to the Mormon temple, if I believe, and that's where you get married and other things. And so it's more forced, at least, than in a typical Christian church. Now, I'm not, again, endorsing forced tithing, definitely not in the Christian church. But the result is the Mormon Church has a pool of money that allows them to make sure that their own are taken care of. Here's a question for you. Have you ever seen a destitute Mormon, a Mormon out on the street? Basically not. And that part should also be a part of the Christian church, that if our body, our local body, has a person in it who has been a part of the church, not just some newbie that walked in the door, but someone who has a history with the church, if that person is out on the street and destitute, well, shame on that church for not taking care of that person. Now, yes, it could be that Christian's fault, and that does happen, and that has to be addressed. But we have to address their needs first. We have to pull them out of the hole, and then we could help them with, filling a job application and getting them to an interview and so forth, getting their life back on track. Once we get our body healthy, then we can even reach out to beyond the church body and bless those who are in the local community and even around the world. And that is a great thing. Let me give a little cross reference here, and that's Ephesians 4:28. He who steals must steal no longer. But watch this part. But rather he must labor, performing with his own hands what is good, so that he will have something to share with one who has need. This is one of the reasons Christians work, is to have money to be able to fund needs for other Christians. And I'm retired, but I give a part of my retirement check to either missionaries or a local church, or also I take summer jobs to earn even more money for this purpose. So Christians should be taking care of the needs of the saints, but we must also show hospitality. And I covered that way back here in, let's see if I can get the reference, 1 Peter 4:9, be hospitable to one another without complaint. And one of the things I mentioned in that video was that if you practice hospitality and giving and other acts of Christian love, from a human point of view, we lose. Just from a human point of view, our house may be dirtier, things might get broken, might get stolen. This is part of showing love. But we gain from God's point of view because we're taking care of the body the way he intends. And so we need to practice that hospitality, make sure the body is healthy. We need to support the church and make sure we've got a healthy body. We need to work together because a healthy body can then go out and minister to the whole world. So let's choose to love every moment, because then we're going to love every moment. I'm your average wretch, and I hope you have a great week.